Yo, what's going on guys? Tanmay here and welcome to my channel, and today we are going to do a very special unboxing of my new Google Pixel 5a smartphone. So this is the package that I got today morning. I still haven't even opened it, even the package, and I'm just controlling myself. I'm really excited. That is because this is an upgrade after almost 4+ years. So my previous phone was Google Pixel 2 and I'm still in the Google Pixel ecosystem and I've switched to 5a. We're going to talk about the initial impressions, the features, the unboxing experience, everything in this video. I'm going to tell you why I switched to 5a and not the latest Pixel 6. Coming up in this video, let's get started. Okay, so here we have it. Let's quickly unbox it. I haven't even opened it, as I said. I'm going to just tear it apart. This is like my second or third unboxing, I guess. So on this channel I do a lot of tech reviews as well as travel vlogs. So if you're into something like that, please do subscribe. That will be really great. Okay, so here we have it, the Pixel 5a. It also supports 5G, by the way. It's a very compact, heavy and solid box. The packaging is pretty good. Now this is the MRP which you can see. Now quick note about Google Pixel 5a, that this phone is not officially launched in India, which basically means that there is no service provided for Pixel 5a in India, so even the warranty is going to be kind of like void. So that is a risk when it comes to buying a smartphone if it's not covered by warranty in a particular region. Officially in India, the Google Pixel 4a is supported, but not the 5 or 6. Okay, so keep this in mind. So in case if you're making that switch, you guys need to know that. I'm just gonna cut these stickers and let's see if the box opens. Yeah. Okay, and there you have it, the phone itself at the start. It's looking pretty cool, yeah. I mean, this is the phone. Let's keep it at the side for a second. Let's see what you have inside the box. You have the SIM ejector tool. You have some paperwork. The packaging is pretty good. So we have the Google paperwork, some important things about it. And this seems to be written in Chinese or Japanese. I don't understand. That is because this phone is probably imported from Japan and then sold off in India. As I said, it is not officially available in India. Let's keep the paperwork to the side. It does have a charger, although do note that this is a US pin, so it may not plug into your Indian sockets in case if there is no provision for that. But nowadays these Indian sockets also have the provision where this US pin goes in. The great thing is that they're still providing a charger for this particular model. Nowadays there is a trend that we don't have chargers, right? So this is really good, and this is a very fast charger. Okay, this is probably an 18-watt charger, which is gonna be really good when it comes to charging speeds. So let's keep that aside. We have the adapter to transfer data into your new phone, so I don't think I will be using this. And the last thing is that we have the USB-C to C cable. So if I just pop it open, so it's a fairly long cable. It's for charging. So one part goes over here, the other would go into the phone. And it's great that we are still getting a charger over here. It's a fast charger. So yeah, these are all the things that are provided. Now let's come back to the phone. Oof, I don't feel like peeling off this cover. It's looking so premium in my hand. It's a tall phone because previously I owned a Google Pixel 2, the smaller one, and my hands are small, so I like small phones because they're easy to handle. So let's peel off this cover and you can see the shine. In fact, you can see my camera, the Pocket 2, in the reflection as well. On the side you have the colored power button. It also has a texture so that you understand it's a power button, and then over here you have the volume up and down controls. On this side you have the SIM ejector part. This is where you insert your SIM card. At the bottom you have USB-C charging, and you have two bottom firing speakers. I didn't know there were two, I thought there was only one, but you have two speakers. And on the top, miraculously, you have a headphone jack, which is so rare nowadays, and it's really good. So let's talk about some specifications of this phone, and I'll also turn on the phone in the meanwhile. So this is the first time I'm starting this phone. Alright, there you have it. So talking about the specifications, the Google Pixel 5a has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G processor, which is based on 7nm technology, as well as it supports 5G, but not the entire spectrum of 5G. Anyways, if you're in India, it doesn't really matter. As you can see, it's started off, it's saying hi there, and let's get started. But before that, let me just talk through the entire specs. You can see on the screen. The screen, that is the display, is a OLED panel. It's a 180 by 2400 pixels. So it's a tall screen, around 415 ppi. And for the screen, there is Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Talking about the GPU, we have Adreno 620. We have 6GB of RAM, which is sufficient enough for your day-to-day applications. And we have 128GB internal storage. I would have liked 256, but 128 is more than enough, I guess, because I've been using 64 for like past 4 years somehow, and we have external storages nowadays, right? So there's that. So this was the overall specifications. Talking about the camera. So talking about the cameras on this Pixel 5, because they are a big deal. So on the rear, we have the main camera, which is the primary camera, which is 12.2 megapixel. Now this is a wide angle camera, and we also have an ultra wide camera this time, which is an upgrade over the 4A. So this is the secondary camera, which is 16 megapixel ultra wide camera. It's not as good as the primary camera, but hey, it's an extra camera, right? So that's a good upgrade. So on the front, we have a 8 megapixel selfie cam f2.0, pretty good enough. So these were the specifications, the general specifications. Let's get started with the setting up of this phone. So I'm gonna skip the SIM card part as of now. I will switch it later on. Let me do the Wi-Fi connection and all. So while this is setting up, let me talk about why I chose the Google Pixel 5a over the current Pixel 6. So as you all know, the Pixel 6 has also launched, and it has come up with a lot of upgrades, especially with the Tensor chip. But the reason why I did not jump to that flagship device is because in India it is very expensive. In India it is still not yet launched. And another thing is that my workflow and my work does not require a flagship device. So for me, a mid-range device is more than enough if it has good battery and a great camera. So these were the two requirements for me, and both these requirements are satisfied by this Google Pixel device. Hence I made the switch to Google Pixel 5a. So now that you've gone through the entire overview, the unboxing experience, the specifications, let me answer you the main question, that why I chose the Google Pixel 5a over any other mid-range smartphone. So the number one reason is the price point. So this smartphone was available in India at a price point of 40,000, which is definitely not a cheap phone, but it is also not crazy expensive like the iPhones or the Samsung Galaxies. And for me, I do not want a flagship phone at this point of time. So I wanted a mid-range phone, but my main criteria was excellent camera. So that brings me to the point number 2 of why I chose Pixel 5a, and that is amazing camera. So we all know in the Android ecosystem, the Google Pixel is right at the top of camera performance. So Google Pixel 5a is no less than a flagship device when it comes to camera performance, especially the photos. So that is one of its unique selling point, that at a price point of a mid-range phone, it is performing like a flagship device. So that is its unique selling point. So for me, camera quality matters a lot because many times I'm traveling. I do a lot of travel vlogs also. By the way, if you're new on this channel, I do tech and gadget reviews as well as travel vlogs. So when I'm traveling, I shoot a lot of photos and videos, and most of the photos are clicked on smartphone. I do not own a DSLR, so I need that high quality. So that is reason number 2. Reason number 3 is Pixel 5a has a substantially larger battery capacity. So if you see Pixel 4a, which is the previous generation, it had the battery capacity of around 3100 milliamp which lasted a day on moderate use, I guess, but it is not sufficient if you try to use it heavily. And this is where the new battery capacity of Pixel 5a, which is around 4680 milliamp, which is huge, which is a massive upgrade over Pixel 4a, comes in handy, because then now you can use this device heavily throughout the day and still be left with a little bit of juice at the end of the day. So that's really amazing. That's point number 3 why I bought Pixel 5a over the Pixel 4a. So these are 3 primary reasons. Apart from that, the build quality of this Pixel 5a also has improved over the Pixel 4a, and now it is a complete metal unibody compared to the polycarbonate body of the Pixel 4a. Apart from that, it is also IP67 rated, which means that it is waterproof. Now of course I'm not gonna dip it inside water, but occasional splashes are gonna be easy to handle and I won't damage the device. So there is that relief, and I can use it a little bit more roughly, which is what my use case is. Although I do take care of my phones pretty good. In fact, my Pixel 2 is pretty much in new condition. I've kept it very nicely. So there's that. So yeah, these are the few important reasons. The primary one is the battery life as well as the camera performance. These two are absolutely important for me. And at that price point, at a price point of 40,000, you can't get this high quality of camera, at least in the Android ecosystem. And this beats out pretty much all the other cameras at that price point. So lastly, before I conclude, I would like to say that there is a caveat to this phone if you are in India, because as I mentioned, this is not officially launched in India. So if you are talking about warranty, you don't really get one basically. So that is a major drawback. So in case if this device malfunctions or there is some issue after a few days, I can't really claim official warranty because Google does not support it in India. So I have this 7 days replacement warranty because I bought it off Amazon, and there's that. So I'm going to do all the testing right now. But if it has any problem after that time period, I can't claim warranty. So that is a actual drawback. So before you buy Pixel 5a, you should consider this issue. It's not exactly an issue, it's just a problem because I am in India and Google does not or have not launched it in India officially. So there's that. Even the Pixel 6 and the latest Pixel 6 Pro, those devices are not officially launched in India. So in case if you're buying that also, do note that you will not get any kind of warranty or support. Alright, so there's that. But having said that, I'll do answer my really important thought and question that who is this device for? And I genuinely feel that this device is now for pretty much everyone who is wanting a mid-range phone and who want great battery life and camera quality. Now if you're a gamer or who use the device in a very power hungry way, if you are expecting very high performance, if you want that 120Hz fluidic screen, all those things are not there. But this device is pretty much applicable for the general public in every sense, and majority of you guys will be happy if you have this phone. So in my recommendation, I highly recommend that. Just do note that you do not get warranty. Now for its performance, the battery life and the camera quality, I'm going to do a lot more testing because I still have to do all that. So maybe I'll do a long-term review later on. But you guys let me know in the comments what do you want to know about this phone, and I'll probably make that happen in the later review. So yeah, this was the initial impression of Google Pixel 5a. My initial impressions are very positive. The device is looking robust. It's looking like a solid device. Everything looks pretty good. I'm going to use it more extensively as I mentioned, and I'll give you my feedback later on as well. So that's it for this video guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, let me know in the comments your thoughts about Google Pixel 5a, about the entire Google Pixel lineup, why they are not launching in India, and what are your thoughts about it. See you in the next one. Peace.